Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. I took a day off for myself, but now I'm back with you. I'm excited and I'm here with my cards to give you some insights into the Twin Flame journey. Welcome if you're new and welcome back if you are already a regular. Everybody's welcome. I appreciate you all, guys. Thank you so much for your support, for your comments, for messages. This all really inspires me to keep going and to develop this more as I go along. So yeah, I will be adding some additional videos for the journey, as well as for mindfulness and for doing some inner work on this channel, on my other channel. So it's coming up very soon. And as I promised, I'm gonna start a series of podcasts as well. So I'll be sharing some details about that as I have them available. I should be recording the first one today, so it's quite exciting. Okay, let's get some messages from the Whispers of the Ocean deck. Message for Divine Feminine first, and then for Divine Masculine. So Divine Feminine has got Total Submersion, number 32. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Yeah, I was just talking about one thing. Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. Yes, definitely. This is about going 100% in. That's the important part. Not just kind of like go for it, try it out, take some chances, but this is like, if you decided to do it, commit to it 100%. Because if you are not in 100%, then the universe is going to react similar, kind of like, half in, half out, and you'll be thinking, well, I'm not being rewarded for what I'm doing, or maybe it's not right for me. But ask yourself, before quitting, ask yourself first, did you really commit to it? Did you put in your 100%? For masculines, we have two cards. Polite Declaration and Shared Inspiration, numbers 19 and 20. And I'm pretty sure that I shuffled this deck really well. So yeah, it's not by accident that they came out together. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. So this is about, Polite Declaration is all about be firm, be respectful, but be firm in what you do. Don't I don't want to say don't get scared, but don't get discouraged if a certain direction you were planning. This is for the masculines. That was planned is not working out. This is about you having all the different options, but doing it confidently, Like, for example, I'm a dancer, so on the dance floor, one of the things we're learning of how to conduct ourselves, especially in competitions or even in social dancing, where there are a lot of couples on the floor, is about declaring, it's about this affirmative of we are on the dance floor. We claim our space, we claim our right to be here, and we use it. Otherwise, there's a good chance you're gonna get pushed around and other people will be like elbowing you and stuff, right? So it's important energetically and with your body movement to show that you claim it. The other one is Shared Inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Yeah, another big surprise, mirroring effect between the twin flames. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Okay, so for Divine Masculine, it's a little different. You see how interesting. So for Divine Feminine, the guidance is a little bit masculine. So to kind of dive into your masculine energy and be firm, and go there 100%. For masculines, it's a little bit more feminine, actually. Tap into your feminine energy. Listen to what fulfills your heart and go with the project that really does fulfill your heart. Especially if you have a few on your plates, or more than a few. That's how you make that choice of where you invest your energy at this time. Right? Let's get into tarot now. So today I'm going to be using my beautiful Thelema deck, and at the end I have my little oracle messages from Divine Masculine's deck if we have time. So let's start with the energies, and then I'll get one additional topic that we'll cover today for both of the twins. So what do we have for divine feminines? First of all, what's the energy? We have Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. Wow. I like this combination. Especially with that submersion or total immersion in the project. Sounds like it's really going to be fruitful because this energy is in, right? First we are noticing the energies, then it gets implemented, or we see the consequences in 3D life in more thicker realm, right? Because there is a bit of a time gap between. What about the energy of divine masculine? But I'll pull some clarifiers as well. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I'm sensing I was right about that energy kind of in between of like divine masculines having a lot of different options on their table and them struggling a little bit with what to choose. Okay, what else do we need to know about in this twin flame journey today? For both of the twins, since we see a lot of mirroring effect today. Anyway, that's too many. Please give me one or two cards. What else do we need to know about the journey? Okay, we have Eight of Wands, the Devil, and the Hermit. It's kind of a communication that can either, bottom of the deck, the Strength card, that can either guide you further towards a spiritual path, or it can it can lead the journey downwards where it's going to be back to square one, where the choices were made because it was just easier, something that I'm used to, or it gives me instant gratification or whatever it is, rather than the spiritual path or the space of love. Okay, please clarify Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. The Hermit. Please clarify Two of Wands, Knight of Swords for the masculines. Okay, please clarify the Hermit, the Devil, Eight of Wands. Okay. Quite a few cards here. Five of Cups, bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay. So with Major Arcanas, we see the energies of Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, so all earth signs. And we saw Pentacles for the feminine. So yeah, definitely a lot of earth energy today. So even if you are not an earth sign, or you don't have a lot of earth in your chart, then you are asked, this is like an additional guidance if you're interested, to help you either release some blockers or get more connected with your higher power and get some spiritual guidance for whatever situation is, whatever you're dealing with. It's important to connect with nature at this point. Of course, it could be going directly to nature. It could be walking barefoot on the surface, like on the soil or on the grass, if you have a chance and if the weather allows. It can also be spending time among like greenery, if you have a chance, maybe repotting a plant or do some sort of other plant maintenance. What else can it be? It can also be just going outside really, and holding on to a tree, especially if it's an old tree. There are some different kinds of trees that are a bit more powerful, but that's like a different topic. Right? Or like where you can really breathe in this freshness of nature. Another part of it is animals. So yeah, I would say pets a little bit less so. It's more about birds or animals that you see outside. If you have a chance at that, that's also gonna be powerful. I'm not saying, give them hugs and hang out together, but at least to kind of be in their presence, to connect with them, even maybe to ask a question, right? Because it's also going to be an energy exchange. This is going to be powerful for you today. And remember, this is a timeless message. So even if you're here on a different day, if you're watching this video, this message was meant for you on that day when you're watching. So Divine Feminines, you have Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. So it's confident movement towards that project of yours, just so total submersion. So to me, this is exactly that. This is about you going all in, and that's how this project is going to be fruitful. This is confident movement forward. Although it's not about a hermit, to have hermit as a confirmation. Although you still should execute or exercise intuitive guidance of where you're going, what kind of steps you're taking. So although this could be a very physical sort of event, right? It's a project, it could be a business project, for example. You still should remember about your talents and about your spiritual path, that it's so much more important for you to follow your inner compass than external advice on the subject. If you don't have any, if you feel like you are lacking some information, then by all means do your research, ask people who you trust, but the final decisive power should stay with your intuition and with your connection to your guides. And also the Knight of Pentacles is the slow moving knight. So that's another thing. Don't rush into anything, especially out of emotion, out of momentary reaction, right? You have enough time, you have enough resources to do this at your own pace. So you are the boss here, remember that. For the masculines, we have Two of Wands and Knight of Swords. So it's a difficulty of making a choice of love, especially because that's the plot twist. Divine masculines know which is the choice of love. And I'm not just saying this is about relationships, right? This is them making a choice between the karmic and divine feminine. No, it doesn't have to be. And maybe they don't even think about it yet, depending on where you are in your connection. But this goes so much further, right? And I was just talking about projects and business projects. This could be the same for them. There could be business opportunities, opportunity A and opportunity B with this Wands here, right? And they understand that they probably won't be able to do both. So they need to make a choice. And there is an obvious choice on the surface, or more obvious in terms of, yeah, this is gonna get me more money, or this is gonna be more better for my public profile or something. But they also know which one is a choice of love. And there is a good chance that it's not the same option. But A, it's even hard for them to explain it to others of why this is a thing. And B, because that other option is also so attractive, it gets so difficult to make that decision. To make a decision of love, I mean. So that hence the anxiety and sleepless nights here. There is an illumination, so they understand now, at least, as opposed to previous cycles of similar situations. Now they understand why it's happening. Their thoughts are getting clear, right? With this card here. But then the ones about the action, right? There's still an action to be taken, a decision to be made, and that's the dilemma. What else do we need to know about? Yeah, so I was just talking about certain news, certain piece of information that twins have learned or are going to learn very soon, that depending on how they treat this information, can either get them go downwards, spiraling into the beginning of the journey, or at least into that low vibe space where there will be very little inspiration, and there will be a big temptation to go with the olden ways, maybe to reconnect with old, exes, with old friends, right? To kind of go back into that lifestyle, because the psyche keeps telling us that that was a safer place. Things were more comfortables there. So maybe we should just go back to that. Or you can really grow and really go and connect to, you know, your inner self and read that information as a trampoline, sort of, to go higher, to ascend, to switch between timelines. The clarification that we have for these cards are the Hierophant, Three of Cups, and Four of Swords, right? So one thing that I would say is, you know, connection to the above is needed. Daily meditation practice, prayer practice, whatever helps you. Your therapy, if you're doing any, is super important. If you're using tarot for some clarity, do that. If you're using chakra healing or any kinds of other healing practices, do that for sure. This is needed now more than ever, right? Because there's so much of this duality energy right now. It's all this kind of yin and yang, shadow and light. It's very easy to kind of trip, and there's like a fine line of how you stay within the light. So just remember, and please, 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 another part of this, thank you, is to prioritize your well-being at this time. I understand that a lot of us have different obligations. We could be responsible for other people. There could be a lot going on in our life where we need to go outwards and connect with others and be there for somebody else. But remember that you can only help other people if you are in a balanced and grounded space yourself. And for us as twin flames, it's 100 times as important as it is for other people, because we're so powerful energetically. Then depending on whether our switch, you know, goes on in the, you know, in the positive light or the negative, that's like the mounts and mounts of energy that we exude that impacts not only our life but lives of people outside. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the main message here, and I'm just gonna pull to finish off some cards back to the pleasant things about the communication between DMs and DFs. I've got this deck with me, so I'm gonna pull some cards to get some messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine today. Now, I call this deck a realistic deck because it actually, a lot of the cards are about like actual issues that DMs are going through, that they're struggling with. So, but it still has an approach of compassion and authenticity and honesty, right? Because we all have certain shadow points that we're working through. Okay, that was too many. Let me. All right, that's enough. We have, I'm scared of change and not used to it, but I'm trying. It looks like it's relevant for both twins right now. I need to love me first, then I can love you. Yes. I really do want us to work out. And I don't feel good enough for you, so I run. Yeah, so Divine Masculine is really dipping into what's going on with them, who they are, and what is making them happy. And this is vital in order for them to get to the point where they will be ready, they will be worthy, and they will be able to share that love that they have in them with the feminine. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.